Nigeria's premier social and recreational club, the Island Club, held its much-awaited 2019 Island Club election on Friday, the 3rd of May 2019 at the Peacock Hall, Unika, Lagos. The election served as a formal decision-making process by which members of the club choose individuals who would be charged with the sole responsibilities of leading and controlling the affairs of the club for the next 1 year. Prior to the election, all candidates had participated in a debate to enlighten members on why they are vying for various positions. In attendance were the outgoing chairman of the Island Club, Mr. Banji Oladapo, the founder and chairman Premier Lotto Nigeria Limited, Sir Dr. Kesit Adebukun Oladebutu, the chairman and CEO Biscon Communications, Prince Besi Olatilo, former Minister of State for Defense, Senator Musli Obanikoro, trustees, past chairmen as well as distinguished members of the Island Club. The election process, which was free, fair and credible, began at exactly 12 p.m. with the vetting of membership cards and accreditation of members, after which members proceeded to cast their votes for their preferred candidates, especially to elect the 31st chairman of the club to take it to higher heights. The offices contested for were those of the chairman, vice chairman, social secretary and management committee members. The office of the chairman had 4 contestants: Prince Kola Philip Abumere, Prince Adelano Adeshida, Barrister Adeyinka Shogunle, and Otumba Deji Vera Cruz. Those contesting for the office of vice chairman are Mr. Olufemi Julius Aborowa, Mr. Kehinde Shita, and Prince Jide Shikoade. The office of the social secretary had 3 contestants, Mr. Olatunji Folami, Mr. John Otubanjo, and Mr. Babajide Winsala, while the position of management committee members, made up of 10 members, had 12 candidates. In an interview with Biscon TV crew, the outgoing chairman of the Island Club, Mr. Banji Oladapo, as well as other distinguished members of the club, commended the electoral process and urged contestants to accept the outcome of the election in good faith.
What is important is first and foremost to be truthful to yourself, to look at the club as an institution, not individual. By looking at individual, you will not be able to achieve your aim, but look at the club as an institution. Because there will be problems here and there, but Island Club is free non-secretary, it's first without second. And that should be your goal, to serve Island Club for the betterment of the next generation. As outgoing chairman, an elder statesman here now, so I devoid myself of any electioneering campaign. I wish the best candidate will win. And if otherwise, the club will manage it. Trust Island Club will manage any situation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Wish you all the best.
Tradition has always been, once the election is over, we become friends. Except you are there for something else. But once the election is over, we embrace, we'll dance together, and we're waiting for the next election. It's as simple and as straightforward as that. So the advice is that everybody comes together, we close ranks, and we move the club forward. That's the whole idea. I have been here for going to 55 years, and I've been a member of this club. And I have not regretted one day of being a member of this club. So, but you get out of it what you put in. We thank God.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.
It's very peaceful, very quiet. It's excellent. If you can organize all the elections like this, things will be excellent.
Okay, what's your advice to the incoming chairman?
Oh, it's help the club, help the country, and it has to do a lot in helping what is happening today in the country. It's an important club which has to play an important role.
After about 7 hours of voting, The Electoral Committee proceeded to sort and count the votes cast. Thereafter, the chairman, 2019 Electoral Committee of the Island Club, Dr. Adebodu Sanyolu, announced the results and winners for the 4 contested positions. Mr. Olatunji Folami was elected the Social Secretary with 261 votes, defeating Mr. John Otubanjo and Mr. Babajide Winsala, who had 76 and 166 votes respectively. The position of the Vice Chairman was won by Mr. Kehinde Shita, who polled 172 votes, while Mr. Olufemi Aborowa had 160 votes, and Prince Jide Shikuade had 169 votes. For the Management Committee members, Mr. Ibrahim Emmanuel polled 226 votes, Mr. Otun Sulaiman 290 votes, Engineer Moda Oladele 332 votes, Mr. Anima Shawoni Kayode 309 votes, Mr. Koka Wolabi 363 votes, Mr. Ige Bamidele 256 votes, Mr. Grillo Afolabi 397 votes, Mr. Lawal Fatai 250 votes, Dr. Lawal Gani 300 votes, Mr. Martin Solurotimi 386 votes, Mr. Shagun Ogudikwe 351 votes, and Mr. Adedayo Shojiri 265 votes. For the chairmanship position, Prince Kola Abumere was announced the winner with a total of 203 votes, defeating Prince Lano Adeshida, who polled 95 votes, Barrister Adeyinka Shogunle, who polled 133 votes, and Otumba Dejivera Cruz, who had 78 votes. In the remarks of the outgoing chairman, Mr. Banjo Ladakbo, he applauded the courage of all the contestants who had shown the spirit of sportsmanship as he congratulated the newly elected chairman and vice chairman of the Island Club.
To welcome the new chairman in such a way that he himself will be ready to hit the ground running. On your behalf, I congratulate Prince Kola. I also congratulate Alhaji Shita. It's been long that we have this type of combination in which the chairman and the vice chairman are elected at the same time. It's been long to welcome the new chairman in such a way that he himself will be ready to hit the ground running. On your behalf, I congratulate Prince Kola. I also congratulate Alhaji Shita. It's been long that we have this type of combination in which the chairman and the vice chairman are elected at the same time. It's been long.
Mr. Banjo Ladakbo later urged members to show and give full support to the newly elected chairman and his team. He encouraged all the other candidates who lost not to take it to heart, as other opportunities will still arise.
All the other contestants that did not make it, I congratulate them. And I wish them better luck next time. So, gentlemen, I've had my time for 2 years. I want to thank all of you. Please give more support than you gave me to Prince Abumere. It is not easy. But God that guided me will guide you.
Afterwards, Prince Kola Abumere, the newly elected chairman of the Island Club, in his acceptance speech, appreciated the great works and contributions of the past chairman, Mr. Banjo Ladakbo. He later assured members that his leadership will build on the works of his predecessors.
Mr. Chairman, sir, if I manifest you want to big money, I've been preaching continuity. Where you get today, in the color way we continue. I praise your committee for done on the car park. That's the job. That's the only private job. Every other thing shall not be for it. Gentlemen, my speech is for members of Father God. Not just for Father God. It's not really meant for all our guests. I might not be able to say my speech tonight. I will start for another day. So thank you all for coming. God bless Island Club.
In a special interview with the newly elected chairman and vice chairman of the Island Club, Prince Kola Abumere and Mr. Kehinde Shita, they both promised to work tirelessly to take the Island Club to greater heights.
I must be sincere with you. I feel great because it takes me 34 years to be here. I joined the club 35 years ago and I've been eyeing this position since 1998. I tried 4 years ago, I lost. I took my time, I came back and I won. I feel excited. The immediate past chairman, Banjo Ladapo, have done a lot for this club. I have to continue where I stopped today. Going to the next level is very simple. We have a lot of things for the progress of the club. I will look into the file when I get to the office and I will continue from where I left. Well, losing an electoral Island Club is not a big deal. I do try to be secretary in 1988, I lost. I came back in year 2001. I tried to be chairman of Island Club in 2015, I lost. I came back now. Well, I will advise them they should go and queue and take their time. They should take their turn. At the appropriate time, they'll be there.
There's quite a lot of jobs to be done. Our predecessors in office have done a lot. We'll continue from there. Island Club is a place where you have things to do at all times. You must contribute your own quota. So at the end of your tenure, members will be able to see what you have done as a legacy.
The 2019 Island Club election ended on a note of merriment as members of the club joined the newly elected chairman, Prince Kola Abumere, on the dance floor. From the chairman and CEO Biscon Communications, Prince Basil Attilo, it's hearty congratulations to the newly elected officers who are set to man the affairs of the club for the next 1 year. We also wish the past chairman, Mr. Banjo Ladapo, more fruitful achievements in his future endeavors.